Yo, what is up, League Zero Nation? I'm joined by Corey once again.
What's up, League Zero? I'm
Hello.
back.
Guys, it's finally time. Grand finals of Run It Back, LeDucks vs. Cease.
Can you invite me to the lobby?
Oh yeah, I definitely can do that.
Thanks. I'm really excited for this game.
Me too. Toasty made it back on time. So we're gonna
Fresh
have a
out
really
of the
good
kitchen.
match.
He's ready to cook something up.
Um,
Oh my gosh, Toasty is on frame perfect.
yeah.
Might have gotten invited, not frame perfect though.
Yeah. I think it might be the glitch where you invite someone too early, and then it like lags.
Yeah.
And then Saga is.
Then the whole game closes. Wait, did Ducks make me red spec?
Someone did.
It was Ducks. Why would I be red spec, man?
Man. So first map, LeDucks have picked C-SPAN Lijon. So LeDucks have picked Antarctic Peninsula.
I see.
I think so. C's are probably gonna stay on this Winston Starber comp, and I imagine the Ducks are gonna. I don't know if they're gonna say this, but they're gonna roll out on the. Do you think they might do the Zarya Bastion? And I think that might actually work.
They could, yeah.
The comp they've been running all tourney.
Yeah, I think that the thing that LeDucks are going to be able to do to kind of not like counter what C's is doing, but do a good job of going against it is they're more of like a individual pop-off team versus like obviously Lobsters kind of were that too, but these like all of the players on this team are just really good at individual plays, and I think that that's going to help a lot going against a team that's trying to single people out in the first place.
Yeah.
You're just kind of going to be able to live more.
It's really hard. Like Chicken, probably second best DPS in the tourney after Zera, but he was still doing a lot of work. Central also really good, maybe even third best DPS. Honestly, he's been doing an amazing performance this weekend. Frothy Philly, great flex support. LCS, great main support, and then, up and comer, MVP, Toasty Toast. He might just be what this team needs. That just might be what this team needs.
Meh.
But that being said, look at what.
Oh, here we go.
I should probably transition to the attack screen, but look at
That would
what
help,
comp.
yeah.
Look at what comp Cisa on. Not what you were expecting.
I was not expecting that at all. Also, speaking of expecting, I was expecting you to ping everyone for this game. We got to get everybody on deck.
I should definitely do that.
Yeah.
I should probably do that. Talk about what's happening here.
Yeah, I think that they're going to be able to just kind of spam gap shield on the side of LeDucks while team with a gap, the Season friends, they're just going to kind of hold this space and then walk forward. One bubble is used and the turret form from the side of LeDucks. BBL Inspector walled off and instantly killed. The lamp is blocked by the wall, so they're just able to slowly take this, they take this space on high ground and just sit there and wait for a mistake, and they get out so many cooldowns that they're just able to instantly win. Where there is still a fight going on, Toasty's still alive, so it's not over till it's over, but Central is just taken down in the back line, and then Toasty's going to be soon to follow. Chicken is back on the Bastion and booped into the air. That was kind of a crazy move. So LeDucks still has some space here, but Fate's going to use the window just to make sure that they can stabilize and take back space.
Yeah.
However, LeDucks is on the high ground.
The Ducks have the point.
Toasty takes down 2. Crow uses the beat to sustain that. Wi-Fi takes out Toasty. Wi-Fi takes out Chicken as well, and I think despite their best efforts, LeDucks will be forced to reel back to the spawn room as a great beat drop from Crow to make sure that they can live even though they lose their Rhine and their Bastion.
You know, I really like this comp from see, I think they were anticipating LeDucks, knowing, watching that match, anticipating the style that was down on, and I really like this last minute.
Yeah. They definitely know what they want to do here. They go for an instant mail. The grab does come out. Central gets the lamp out with the pulse bomb. Frothy Philly goes down, but look at the health bars of Steez. They're all so low. The shatter comes out from Gap, doesn't find any purchase, and Wi-Fi is just left alone in a corner to think about what they've done. Yeah, the grab was really good to keep them away.
Oh, just the grab.
Yeah.
Probably like the health as well. I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think Hudson, now they have window and Bastion on 3K. So I have nothing on their side. If Faith and Hudson can get a nice little play going on, it's really good.
Yeah, we'll see it here. It's a sideways window, so it's a little awkward to use. They do take the high ground with it. Yeah. Which, that's good for them, but now, like, Toasty and friends, they're playing on this bottom part. They're trying to bait in the side of Seized and then go in. The lamp already used on Hudson to keep him up. Gap and Hudson so low. The recall forced out from Central. The turret form from Hudson as Hudson takes out Toasty. Hudson takes out Chicken. Hudson takes out LCS. But Central going right back in with 2 kills of his own. Fate dangerously low. Central might not be able to win this fight for his team, but he might be able to get just enough kills to make this contestable.
The Ducks are gonna have another fight. They're gonna have another match. But Hudson is bad, you know, they won't without it.
Yeah, and LeDucks takes point instantly. Here comes that aforementioned ult from Hudson as it forces out a lamp and a bubble. The window comes out, the beat to respond to it as Hudson is pushing forward with his Bastion form, taking out Toasty, and that's basically just a one fight. As LeDucks Dynasty does go in with beat drop, they keep this point alive as LCS pushes in. Yeah, that would have been a really big kill. Chicken using the Bastion ult now, trying to get this May. But Hudson takes out Philly. Wi-Fi takes out Chicken, and this is just going to be a trade again. Hudson going down, Central finding another kill, but he's getting chased down here. I don't know if he's going to be able to live this. He recalls, but yeah, he just recalls right back into their grasp, and Toasty will try to touch, but it might be to no avail as he can just get booped off by Kurt Lambert. Oh, here comes the Blizzard. Toasty does get the touch, but is instantly taken down. This Blizzard creating a dome on point that nobody can enter as... I mean, these just were pushing their advantage every single point they could. This comp fit perfectly against what they were expecting from LeDucks and what LeDucks wanted to do.
You know, Chicken, throughout this whole tournament, everyone was like, oh my god, this guy's on the Bastion, doing so much work. Hudson just goes out, does so much more. Really gives
Yeah.
his money.
The number of battlefields I've seen,
And
I
both
was
sides are
bound to
gonna be
pick
sticking
something
to
up.
here.
Yeah, I think that Central was still getting a lot of value on the Tracer. I think that they just need to have a little bit more of an open map. That map was so linear on that high ground where the Rhine was really powerful, but now that you have the ability to take a little bit more of an angle on this point here specifically, I think that LeDucks could find more value.
I definitely agree. I think also not just the Ryan, but also the May. There's getting a lot of value there as well. Hopefully, that's also going to get more value to the tables, like you said. The Ducks are going to lose so much space. Please just walk up and take it all. But Fate dies.
Fate gets taken down though, yeah. Central getting value like I was saying. Wi-Fi gets this ice block forced and it looks like they're going to be able to take him down. Gap trying to go in and find a kill. He almost finds Central, but Central able to blink right out of harm's way as Chicken swaps onto the Sojourn now. Looks like we're calling for a pause on the side of these as LeDucks is able to come back into this fight. They baited the engage while Central was able to assassinate Fate. Okay, looks like we're good now.
Yeah, a little bit of a freeze, but Toasty gets two. Looks like they're going to be able to keep
Yeah.
the point.
That was great play using the map to their advantage. They knew that they had a lot of space they could work with, so even though Chicken instantly goes down, they're able to split the members of the other team, because with as big of a map as it is, you know, you try to take maybe a little bit more of an angle, you try to get a little bit more space for yourself, but then you leave yourself out there, and that's exactly what happened to Fate. And now we see Gap going onto this Ram. What do you think of this pick?
I think, honestly, I kind of like the Ryan better, you know? But that being said, maybe with using off the basket, maybe the Ram will look a little more. It's hard to say. I think, honestly, both sides are looking on the board. But that's all it is.
Oh, the pulse comes out.
Yeah.
That was great.
I feel like it's really hard to Gap to live here.
Yeah, I think that what you try to do with the Ram is that you try to give yourself a little bit more of a mid-fight. Instead of with the Reinhardt, it's like your shield is basically your timer, where you want to get in there super fast and get this Bastion in there. But now with Ram, you're giving yourself a little bit more leeway. But with the Bastion, you're already on a timer already. So committing to that with the Reinhardt is a lot better for the comp that they're playing, I feel like. And
without the Ryan's Bastion, it's not good for that. You can play Bastion, always have to care about shooting out that game. And
yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to do different things, it feels like. Gap trying to go on to Philly here, but just is not able to find it. Wi-Fi also trying to get that kill, but yeah, I mean, the angles are just set up so well from the side of LeDucks Dynasty that this Bastion comp that they're trying to play isn't able to get the value of the just straight up fight that they were earlier. Hudson trying to get that touch, but gets instantly killed. Yeah, that was a very good adaptation from LeDucks Dynasty, and I mean, this point is exactly what they wanted it to be. This next one is going to be a little less open, but I think it's still a little better for LeDucks Dynasty what they're currently playing. So I'm interested to see if C's changes what they're doing at all, if they try to play, you know, they swap to the Monkey, if they swap out their Bastion, or if they just think that, okay, yeah, there they go to Sojourn before I can even finish talking. I think that this comp is a lot better for what they're trying to do with the Ram, you know, trying to have a little bit more of a long fight instead of having that timer of the Bastion of the Rhine Shield. Just, you know, try to take some space, use walls to your advantage, but overall you angle a little more.
Compared to the first two maps, the first map much more brawly, the second one much more open. I think this is a bit of a hybrid. I think what LeDucks need to do is not play into the tanks and play for the rotation. Play for the force the other team into these open angles, into these rotations. That being said,
they're doing it really well here.
Walk all people. I love to play walk with us and say guys so that's anything there.
Yeah, it's because you had Chicken on that bottom right angle, where when they were trying to walk over this bridge to Toasty and Frothy Philly, they just back up while Chicken is able to get the damage onto them. I don't know if you saw, but almost the entirety of C's was half HP or less by the time they got to Toasty, and we see them full swapping every single hero except for Lucio onto this Monkey comp that they like to play, and I think that this is a very good comp to play into what LeDucks is doing.
Definitely. I think off that
The Chicken already down, paying off instantly swapping to this comp as they take more and more space. Central is still behind fighting on the point, and Toasty's trying to come help, but now they're just Crow gets his number in LCS. Fate is traded out by Central, so that's a really good kill for them, and Gap is taken down by Toasty. Toasty very low using a bubble, and he does eventually get taken down as Central is the only one left here, and instantly Chicken swaps to the Reaper, the tank Busta, to go against Gap.
And Frothy really wants that Moira to live a bit more. But already, one fight back on this number,
and they trade. Yeah, Gap is back here now. Same with Toasty, but a DPS down on each side, and honestly I think that Hudson is a lot more of a valuable loss than Central is, just in terms of what these comps are trying to do. Where now they're going so far in to try to get LCS that Fate just gets caught out on this rotation. The pulse comes in, doesn't find anything, another pulse coming right back in, and the point is flipped, so now Gap is just trying to die, honestly. Trying to get a little more ult charge. Never mind, he kills Frothy Philly and uses the Primal. I don't know if he's going to be able to get anything. Oh, Crow takes out Central. Yeah, there they go. Now they're going right back in. So, great Primal from Gap, not trying to stall this point or live. But Crow! The B comes out right when Gap is going to die. The grab comes out. The point is almost flipped, but LCS gets back in. Chicken with 2 kills. And they're just going to clean up now. What looked like almost a great contest from the side of Cease is a disaster. As they use 3 ults there, and they trade the 3 ults, but they're not getting any percentage for it.
Take on the gap, take on the central, the gap falls, and then Cease did the same thing right back to them.
Yeah, and I mean, now they're going to have a touch here with this EMP. The EMP coming in instantly taking out LCS, but Frothy Philly on the off angle able to get the Cole off and take out Crow himself. Hudson taken out on point with nowhere to escape from this Reaper ult. Frothy Philly finding another one. Gap coming in trying to win this, but to no avail, as it's just all LeDucks here.
Just that, LeDucks take map 1.
Yeah, I mean, some great adaptation again. It was a lot more one-sided on a couple of maps than it was in the Louisiana Lobsters game, but I think we're going to be seeing 2 very different styles going up against each other once again. And from what we saw in the Lobsters game, one style prevailed and forced the other style to bend their knee, if you will.
But right now, that's not really happening. LeDucks are just playing what they want, really, and it's working. And it just so happens to also work well into what Cease want to do. But even then, like, you saw Cease not roll out right away in their Comfort Sombra and then swap to it when they started having trouble, and it still didn't work. So I think what they need to do is get Wi-Fi back on that Tracer, keep Hudson on this Sombra, and you might start to see it work a bit more. Maybe you could put Hudson on Sojourn, but I think you definitely... I think the Mei was a good try, nice thing to try, but I think it's time to roll that out now. I think, yeah, you need Wi-Fi on that Tracer. You just need a Tracer play right now, or else you just fall over.
And having Toasty on the Zarya is very, very good to go against this comp, because obviously it's not like they're hard countering the comp that Cease is playing, but with Toasty on the Zarya, you're able to peel for your supports a lot more than what we were seeing with, say, the Sigma comp that Louisiana Lobsters was playing. Obviously it's 2 different styles, but when you have that Zarya, and Toasty is always super high charge and hitting his beams so much of the time that he's doing a lot of damage himself, and then being able to bubble his team is just such a good help for them to be able to sustain those dives and to be able to kill those flankers.
Exactly. You know, we can see what map. We're going to Hollywood. We saw Cease just absolutely dominate on this map in the last match, and I think they're trying to replicate that going in. So I think I'm excited to see if they can do it again, because I honestly don't know if LeDucks are going to be able to... What happens is LeDucks have been doing a great job of just absorbing and trading, but what happened in the last series was they would just jump back to high ground whenever they got low. They, like, if LeDucks aren't going to be able to take this high ground control, which are going to be really hard to do into this dive comp, they're not going to be able to really stabilize push the card, just like Louisiana weren't able to.
Okay, this is a interesting adaptation from LeDucks here. On defense, they're going to be playing, instead of the Zarya or, you know, even the Sigma that we saw from Louisiana earlier, they're going to be playing the Diva Bastion. So they're just going to be playing like, okay, we're not ever going to die to what the enemy team is doing. We're just going to punish them every single time.
Diva kind of just marks the monkey really well. What Toasty needs to do is live, and if they look on his backline, he can just DM them forever. They're already going to have a really easy time living, or easier at least.
5,
So I think,
4,
honestly,
3,
what I think
1.
She should do, they kind of need to force out Toasty before they can do anything. I think the Echo Pit here is going to help a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And this Echo is an adaptation that they're using, probably just because of how hard it is to get in on Sombra on this first point. But we'll just have to wait and see how they choose to engage this once they see the comp of LeDucks.
Gap is set up, ready for the dive. Why am I just having them keep on?
Hudson's behind. They've got an assault on all angles. Toasty takes out Fate and the lamp is used to keep Chicken alive during this turret form, and yeah, they just are able to wipe the floor with that engage from the other side of C's, which, I mean, you kind of expect they're going to be able to sustain the first engage. The problem is once you get into a second engage, but now you see Gap going straight onto the Junker Queen, not even wanting to play that monkey anymore, wanting to just take it straight to him. Oh, the knife! That's how they want to fight it, to answer your question.
They overheard me. She's listening in. They proved me wrong, really. Toasty still just kind of lived the whole fight, didn't take any damage, but he could even be having his team, there wasn't much he could do as he kind of fell over.
Yeah, now, I mean, this high ground is going to be a lot harder for the side of LeDucks to hold, but also the side of C's to attack, because you're not going to have as good of angles as they rotate fast onto you, but honestly they might just be willing to play the low ground on the side of C's, force them to come to cart, and just burn them as they come to cart.
Right now,
Toasty throwing a signature Diva Bomb up. Doesn't find anything with it, but gets the crunch onto Wi-Fi. The pulse goes onto Toasty, gets him very low. Chicken also very low. So this might still be in the cards for C's as it is. They take down Chicken, they take down the mech of Toasty, and LCS is there now with the rally trying to get some value. The beat comes in from Crow, their ultimate's being traded back and forth, but LCS is way too low. Toasty lived that entire thing and got his mech back, but stabilizing on the point is C's as they try to take this other high ground as well. Probably not. Oh, Carp. Yeah, I think that Fate has, in the past series and this series as well, has been playing a lot of high risk, high reward style, and obviously when you get punished for that, it's gonna be a very big punishment for your team. You're not gonna be able to win the fight because you're gonna be down your Kiriko. But we saw it work very well on Flashpoint, and oh my goodness gracious, Gap winds up for the Junker Queen ult, but just instant window from Frothy Philly 7 to headshot. And the question mark to boot, yikes. I mean, that's just poor timing from Gap, honestly. I don't even think that was a response. I think that was just a window that was coming out as the Queen ult came out. It was just honestly a coincidence, and a very good coincidence for LeDucks. You don't have Central. Central instantly getting taken down, and yeah. Doesn't find anything there, but then he got pulsed again. That's exactly what happened last time he used his bomb. His mech got pulsed instantly. The blade coming out now from Wi-Fi, trying to go on Frothy Philly. He's just biding his time. Takes Toasty out of the mech. Chicken very low on the Genji, but living on the high ground. Going back in now. Toasty finally does die. Chicken has the blade. It's a wonder if he'll invest it. He does. Going on to Crow, but Crow gets the beat just in time as he's getting sliced. Fate takes out Frothy Philly. Crow goes down himself. LCS uses a beat to try to sustain this, but Wi-Fi does get in there, get that damage in. Toasty's back. if they can get this kill on Gap, which they do, LeDucks just turns this right back around.
Wow.
Thanks to some great late ults from them.
Those ults
The
really
beat the blade.
Those ults didn't really do the like they didn't really get like flashy plays with them, but what they did is they just made it long enough that the respawns from the Ducks were able to come through. Central was able to come back, Toasty was able to come back. It worked really well here.
Yeah, and now it's just the Window versus a Curie ult with close to a Junker Queen ult for Gap, so this fight is going to be very telling of what happens, especially since it is the last fight. The Window thrown out, Wi-Fi dashing up as it's used, so he has to deflect to get out. Fate using TP very early, which means he can get punished. Using the Curie ult onto the point, but Toasty goes right back in, knowing that he doesn't have TP. Thankfully, he's able to keep himself alive. The lamp goes out. The pulse goes on to Fate, but he TP's out of it. Hudson finds Frothy, and that might be the difference here. Gap goes down with the Queen ult. Hudson gets taken out as well by Chicken. Crow trying his hardest, Toasty throwing the Diva Bomb onto point. Fate dancing with Central right now. The blade comes out from Wi-Fi without a beat to be seen from LCS quite yet. Wi-Fi's trying his hardest, but getting evaded by the rest of the team. Frothy back on the Curie now. Central finding 2 to clean up that fight, and LeDucks holds at the end of second point. Hudson does find the Tracer duel at the end, not really mattering, but getting a nice little ego kill for the next round.
Chicken was kind of just like lounging around with the back line doing a bit. Very last second, he just gets a pick onto that, gets a pick on the Gap, one taps the enemy Tracer, Q trades for it, but that's all that was needed for his team to really stabilize and win that fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just the survivability of this LeDucks team. Even when they're down in a fight, they're still able to trade onto the backline, get these picks so that when the rest of their team comes back, they're in the advantage now. Because they're losing people early, but they're trading later, which means that their players are going to be back before the other ones are. So, great plays from everybody on the team. I mean, we've seen every single person on this team get picks that are crucial to winning these fights. And we especially saw it at the end of second point multiple times, where the fights were trading back and forth, but LeDucks just kept pushing, and were able to win out in the end.
You know, now we see what C's really like shined on in the last match, especially on this map. They're back on that Sombra. They're really looking to just abuse this backline once again. I think this is going to be, I can see this looking really well because while there is a really strong counter dive comp from LeDucks, there's not really anyone that can trade in the meantime. They're not really looking to trade, they're looking to kill the enemy while this head dive is doing on them. And if these Sombra dives continue to be as clean as they are, I can see this working out really well. Chicken on the Widow, and LCS on the Alari. I don't know if I'm liking this that much. Definitely.
Yeah, very interesting comp here. I mean, Chicken does get a kill onto Wi-Fi, so we're kind of eating our words right now. There's a lot of damage going in onto the side of LeDucks. C's is able to stabilize, but they give up so much of the map as a result of it. Gap going in, trying to take this high ground, but he gets instantly followed up on by Toasty. That's not where you want to be when there's a Diva on the other team. And I mean, despite the composition differences that we've seen, we just see a great pick from Chicken, erasing all need to be playing, you know, the standard comp per se.
Well, they could touch if they want to. They touch the ground. The Black Hole is able to touch it. It's able to live as well. Gap looks to fit the backline.
Gap again going very low. Frothy Philly having to use the lamp there. Toasty with a bomb already. Chicken finding the body shot onto Crow, and the bomb finding Hudson, leaving all doubt lost for this fight to be won by the LeDucks. And I saw something interesting there. I saw Hudson again going for the hack and the virus onto the Diva. The problem there is that, unlike the Sigma of Choi Soo-won, who just has to kind of sit there and live with it, right when Toasty gets his abilities back, he can DM the Sombra, or he can just fly away. And you can't kill the Diva that fast unless everybody's collapsing, and everybody hasn't been able to. So it's a very low error allowed when you're playing this comp against what they're playing. Oh, and I guess...
Gap just killed him, but he so far has just poked up really hard by Widow and Alari, but now he's able to actually really get up to this angle so he can dive with them without himself.
Hi there.
Yeah, Central trying to pulse there, but Crow finds him out. Toasty in here trying to stat pad a little more, as he usually does, as, okay, Fate standing still there on the high ground just gets his head taken off by Chicken. So now, Wi-Fi taken out as well, so 3v5 here. Gap is going back to spawn. Just hoping to get another fight here that they can win. Hudson found out as well. This is not looking good for them.
Not at all. Really, only one more fight that LeDucks need to win this map. The map that Cease themselves picked. Really strong.
The one saving grace for the side of Cease is that they have a lot of ultimates. Hudson using that EMP, Philly instantly goes down, using that beat to sustain them through the engage. Central very low, but still alive here, as LCS is found, but the Primal has to be invested as well. That's 3 ultimates having to be invested for only 1 on the side of LeDucks. They needed that fight badly, and this could lead them to some momentum, but for now, Cease is looking like they have to pull out some miracles to be able to win this map. Yeah, and we see the Sunstrike coming in. Crow hit by it, Crow will die. Fate does take out Central, and Gap takes out LCS, so this is an even fight. But all the while, Chicken is on the card as Reaper. Getting out, going straight on to Fate, as Fate is in there. No TP trying to get out, Toasty's going to chase him down. He throws in the bomb for the style points, gets taken down while he's bombing. Maybe an ill-advised bomb from Toasty, as Gap is taken down by Chicken, but I mean, Steez does have the closer spawns. Chicken has no Wraith right now, so they're able to stabilize a little bit into this fight, taking out Chicken. They trade onto Crow, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be, for all intents and purposes, a 1 fight per Steez, so yeah, I think that...
LCS is off the Alari, Chicken is off the Widow, onto the Reaper.
It's not over till it's over.
What they needed, you know, we're running on the most optimal comp, but they were able to get the card to start. So hopefully, if you're the judge, you look to see the step now. But they're another brand.
The good news for C's, is that they're close to these ultimates. With the swaps from LeDucks, it gives them time to build up these ultimates that they desperately need. Gap going into that backline with Crow and Hudson, trying to take out the BAP. Frothy Philly is able to live. Chicken very low, and Frothy Philly. Gap goes in with the Primal, finds 2, and Wi-Fi uses the Pulse Bomb. Very decisive fight win from C's, as LeDucks is building up some ults, but C's is sitting on their own EMP and also beat drop.
They tied it into that room, get away from the Song of Dire, get away from the Monkey, and then they just Primal. It's over. You're in a room with Gap, and he's Primal, and he's angry. And what looked like a 1 map with that. Really close one.
Instant EMP! Yeah, support's instantly dead. Central on point. Yeah, Philly does swap over to the Kiri now, which I think is the best swap you can probably make at this point, because the only way that C's is winning this map so far is just going first and trading onto the backline. But now that you're on Kiriko, you can TP away from this trouble, you can use Suzu, you just have more staying power. Yeah, the beat comes in, but just too little too late, it looks like, as the rush is here. They're trying to sustain in this fight. The supports are falling very low as Frothy Philly gets taken down by Hudson. Fate traded back. They have the close spawns. The Reaper ult used on Crow, but look at how far the card is away. Because they didn't push it for so long, they have a little bit more time to be able to get back to this on the side of C's. But look at the ultimates on the side of LeDucks.
This beat is going to be huge. This D.Va bomb is going to allow Token to stay in this fight forever. Really just keep padding this.
That's true. Yeah, and then there's the bomb to pad the stats a little more. Toasty not dying there, and I mean, what looked like a very decisive LeDucks win came into be kind of a clutch LeDucks win, which it's no shade against them at all, because it just shows their clutching power. And yeah, but C's, they're finding a little bit more value on their comp that they're playing, at least forcing LeDucks to swap to counter them a little more, instead of playing their, you know, I think, a little bit more whimsical comp.
I mean, this is match point now. It's all on the line for Cease. Because both teams agreed to switch to first to 3.
Yeah.
So, it's match point. It's up to the wire.
Yeah, and we'll see where these bring us, because going into this last point, or this last map, potentially, this could be LeDucks' map type as well. Just seeing what they've been playing, it might fit them a little better than C's.
So, LeDucks are going to be banning Circuit here. I think Hudson, that's really bad. Hudson is an incredible Widowmaker. Unfortunately, you haven't really gotten to see it because every team loves to ban Circuit. But maybe you see like a Junkertown, so Hudson can still whip out that Widowmaker. But I'm really interested in what they're going to do now.
100%, yeah. I mean, we've seen LeDucks being very dominant here, but C's still has a chance in this, and obviously they have the map pick, so if they can find somewhere where they can lean into their style a little more versus, you know, just trying to conform to what LeDucks is playing, we could see C's start to gain a little bit of momentum in this match.
Yeah. We're going to take a really short break before we get into the final map. But we'll be right back with match point of League 0 Run It Back Finals. We'll see you
Stay
soon.
tuned.
Hello. We're back, League 0. How we
Hey,
doing?
League Zero.
Oh, I might not have done the audio mixing for this one either, but it's okay.
Oh,
But we're back.
hey, League Zero.
How you guys doing? We're back. We're here. It's time. Who's gonna take the final map? Gap had to leave. So we have Ishtar coming in. Play the tank. It's still anybody's game. You know, the last map was pretty close in the end. So was map 1, honestly. We have LeDucks going for a close hold.
Yeah, LeDucks are gonna LeDucks it up, and that's what we expect from them. Wi-Fi going onto the Junkrat, knowing that if they don't have a D.Va, the D.Va can't eat the Junkrat mines, so just shoot the Zarya and give her a charge, but then kill her. That's what I've noticed, but still on this monkey. They're trying to take some space. LeDucks gave up on the spawn hold now, but coming right back in, killing Ishtar, who is now on the Winston. Fate with 2 though. Fate saying, not so fast, you will die. Forcing the recall out of Wi-Fi is LeDucks as they back up, licking their wounds, with Toasty, Philly, and Chicken taking this high ground, trying to live to fight another day. But back in the fight is Ishtar, aka Uber Eats, taking space onto the high ground with fierce jumping.
Chicken playing the
Recall
Hanzo
forced out of
here.
Wi-Fi.
Central just doing so much on Tracer. The silent carry of LeDucks, honestly.
Yeah,
Really doing
silent
so
but
much.
deadly.
Chicken's just kind of standing there, just pumping out damage. Gets the kill on the Crow.
Yeah, takes out Fate as well, and Uber Eats is gonna be dead. LCS chasing into the spawn, and I think that LeDucks is just doing a really good job of kiting these engages, and Toasty can just bubble and keep half his team alive, and then they can just blow up the monkey, and then they have a 3v4, but the monkey's always dead in the 3v4, and then they just, they take the space back, the monkey comes back and it's a 5v5, and they just keep doing the same thing.
Cease is just trying to get out of their spawn, but Fate TP's in too far by accident. Chicken just gets his headshots. Really just dominant hold here, so far at least, from the Ducks. Can they keep this up? Philly gets separated
Dragon
in half.
Strike.
He's able to live.
Yeah, and he has that window. Fate using the rush from main. The pulse bomb from Wi-Fi finding 2 as C's is cracking open this point like a cold one with the boys.
Exactly.
LCS and Toasty trying to get out of here. Toasty trying to get a kill. I kind of expected him to get a kill, I'm not gonna lie. He's a force to be reckoned with on this Zarya, but yeah, LeDucks forced to regroup and take this point back. They have ultimates to be able to fight this, so I do expect a touch. They will be without Toasty right away, but some magic could happen. LCS is slowly speeding back Toasty. Chicken getting the touch, but Chicken gets booped. Chicken finds Wi-Fi while getting booped. The beat comes out from LCS. Crow has a beat to match, throws it right out there.
With that
Philly
beat,
with
they're going to be able to build EMP here if they're going to even need it. They're going to opt to
they
just use it.
just to get rid of the window. But yeah, I mean, LeDucks comes back in and forces a bunch of ultimates out. Ishtar does crucially save the Primal Rage, because without that they'd have no ultimates for this next fight. Toasty getting very close to that Grav, and that could just be a fight winner within itself without anything else to help, but Chicken being a little too far in, getting taken down by the dive of Fate, Uber Eats, and Hudson. And now the cart pushes as they take more space on this objective.
You know, we had Crimson play the first stage, then we had Gap come in and get the win that they couldn't get before. Maybe Ishtar was the answer all along. Maybe he is the third and final answer, the third step of the puzzle.
Maybe, yeah. Ishtar gets grabbed while primaling. Hudson finds Frothy Philly, but the DPS on the side of LeDucks are finding their own kills. Fate using Rush in this little area, trying to take down Toasty. LCS goes down, Fate peppering in shots at Toasty. The Dragon takes out Ishtar, and now it's a skirmish all over this point. Crow is back in with a vengeance, but he's getting beamed down by Toasty. Very low, takes down Chicken, and then they take out Toasty. So being able to just sustain through that fight, a great rush from Fate as they're getting pushed on.
You know, that really long fight, they kind of just looked won for LeDucks. Turned around by C's. It's really, actually pretty good. LeDucks have really been extending these fights, getting away from the time bank, But Cease have kind of still been winning them all.
Yeah, now Toasty's on his signature stat pad hero. Wi-Fi getting a quick kill onto LCS, which kind of opens things up. Chicken doesn't have anybody to help him, and we see that as he just gets taken out by Ishtar. The lamp used by Frothy as he tries to get out. Crow taken out, going a little too far. But now Toasty doesn't have any help on this high ground. We need to push the cart.
Toasty's DMF'd in the enemy spawn. Nothing he can really do to stop the cart.
They're just getting great engages. Like, Wi-Fi is opening up a lot of fights for this team and turning a lot of fights when they need it. But now Chicken's on the Reaper. Playtime's over. They've got shotgun comp. They've got Reaper. They've got Diva. I think they need a Torbjorn. They'll be able to take out this monkey. But Wi-Fi taking out Central. Wi-Fi is turning it on this map. And Crow takes out Chicken, so they can take a lot of space on this point. Maybe making it even a one-fight point.
Really clean from Cease. Really big turnaround. When you weren't really expecting it, this kind of just
look at their
great
ultimate.
performance. Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, throughout that entire time, those 2 fights that they won with basically nothing, they've been charging up ults, and now they have this EMP again. They have Primal, they have Pulse, they have Beat, and they almost have that Kiriko ult. That's 5 if you're counting at home. Toasty's 1 health, almost forced to use this bomb. The EMP comes in. Ajax from LCS, and that is disaster.
Oh my.
Toasty uses the bomb, doesn't find any purchase.
I mean, Toasty was able to stop the cart and kill Wi-Fi, but it looks like he's about to fall over right now.
Yeah, the one saving grace, if you're on the side of LeDucks, is that C's used 4 ults there, and now here's their 5th, trying to just kill Toasty before he gets that mech back. And unfortunately, this doesn't increase the speed of the cart, so Toasty will probably be back for another fight. Philly is coming up on that Curie ult. Both DPS almost have theirs, so this is going to have to be a quick fight win for C's, or else they're going to be back in their spawn room.
You know, they're able to get
taken out.
Lucio's dead, but this Chicken is set up with this rush, and he's able to put out so much damage here.
Ishtar finds both supports though. Chicken almost having that Reaper ult, getting it right in time. But the DPS...
Central needs to touch. Can he get it?
The DPS are still here. Unfortunately, Wi-Fi might not be able to get this as the supports get back, and that was insane timing for that Reaper ult from Chicken. Right when he needed it most, he was able to use that rush to spam his shotguns into the monkey and then just unleash his rage, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, great fight win from LeDucks, and now they're seeming to be a little more on the uphand now. They've changed their comp up a little bit to be just a little more loose, play a little more around the map, and just overall blow up this monkey.
Yeah, really looking to just be an unmovable force, or unmovable wall versus the unstoppable force of the enemy monkey here. Central set up, has a kite into spawn, but they're able to sustain through the dive.
Oh, the beat to keep Ishtar up. Ishtar just about to get the primal. Does he get it? He doesn't. No. Right when he dies, you see the check mark come up, and they have another fight with this EMP. So not all is lost for the side of C's, but just very unfortunate timing for that. They tried to use the beat, they tried to use the bell to keep him up long enough, but he just wasn't able to get that damage. And now, as you hear the clock ticking down, they're going to have to win this fight in overtime. It's all or nothing here to be able to finish this map.
The plan blow up the monkey really worked through beats, through his health, but the EMP gets LCS, and he almost had beat.
Ishtar still has his ult. Toasty throws in an ultimate on the point to try to split up the teams a little bit. Central with his ultimate in the spawn takes out Fate, who is in there too far. Chicken almost having his Reaper ult, LCS using the beat, and this is just a one fight for the side of LeDucks. Looking like they were on the back foot, they were able to turn it around at just the right time and then take back control at this point.
I feel like whenever C's just get any momentum in this series, LeDucks are always able to turn it around right when they need to, right when it's needed. Really just a team that has it together. Whenever they slip up, whenever they slip up, they find the mop. They get the like Floyd is wet sign, and they get it together.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I was actually about to say that, so I'm kind of surprised that you did, because that was kind of my thing I was thinking of, but we're on the same wavelength.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's just time after time, you're seeing these clutch plays from Central, from Chicken, from Toasty. They're just finding what they need to, and even saying that, like, a lot of the time you think of Toasty, if you've seen him play for a while, as this, you know, just really clutch tank player that will just randomly get kills, randomly charge these bombs, but a lot of the attention is on him just keeping the fight afloat, like, you know, just pressuring their monkey a little bit, pressuring them, but not just going for these kills, because his DPS are so skilled at getting these picks that they need to, getting this value that they need to. Toasty's just kind of taking more of a back seat and enabling them, and it's working so well.
But he's just trying to pad his stats, but when he's padding these stats, he's just padding it onto Fate, he's padding it onto Ishtar, and they're just falling over.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a big thing for a stat patter.
Exactly.
Good day to be a stat patter.
Exactly, but they're going for the close hold here with the Ashe. You know, Huddy, if you can get Hudson onto these sniper characters, these hard hit scans, he can do a lot, so I'm really excited to see what he can do.
Chicken falls really fast. Central and LCS are trying to dive onto the Ashe right now, and it looks like it's paying off as the entire team looks split. Crow gets his number in LCS. The Lucio diff is found, but it doesn't matter as Central finds both DPS, and Crow and Ishtar, longtime teammates, and I heard they were on a soccer team earlier in their lives together. They just can't find the purchase that they need to, as it's 2v5.
Yeah. You know, Central, once again on this Tracer, I feel like he just hasn't been highlighted enough. He's just doing so much. When you just need a strong Tracer player in this patch, and he is just able to, whenever C's splits their attention, Central is there to abuse it, and he's getting those kills, he's getting those picks, he's getting that cleanup. Frothy and Central on the flank here, really long flank.
Oh, I see that, yeah. There's a Widowmaker there. They're going for the pincer attack and instantly take down Hudson. That was a great play from them, knowing that the Widowmaker would be there. Ishtar having to use this Nemesis form really early. Toasty falling very low, same with LCS, but Frothy, Philly, and Central are just finding what they need to. Lamp used for Ishtar here to try to keep any sort of, you know, purchase in this fight alive, but Fate is just found out by Chicken. He finds Nemesis form back, and he's just running for the hills.
Yeah.
He's running with his arms out.
Central and Philly have this flank, so the other team, they just live. They fly to the other high ground. They're in ram comp, so if you drop the gas, you can't really do anything. Central and Philly really just doing all the work that they need to do. Oh,
Yeah,
almost a
and
huge
Ishtar
pulse.
does get the touch here. Both DPS ults used from the side of LeDucks, and LCS finding that Lucio diff right back. They leave the cart for a second here, but I don't know. I mean, this is all LeDucks in the kill feed. Toasty finding a lot of final blows there, padding his stats even more.
You can always trust at least one member of LeDucks to come up big. It's either Chicken will come up big, Toasty will come. You can't really trust LCS. Unfortunately, you can't really trust him with anything. But you can trust Toasty, you can trust Chicken. One of them is just going to come up big and do what they need to do to really just destroy the enemy team here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after last time, you know, what LCS did, like, that can't really be forgiven.
Yeah, I don't really know why I let him play, but we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see. I mean, hopefully his teammates like him. Chicken's dead. Hudson kills Central.
Yeah, if the trial goes through, then I mean, we might have to revoke the championship, replay the match without LCS.
Exactly.
Just for the love of the game, but for now, I mean, C is finding a little more space back on this point. They're back to their roots, as LCS said in the chat, which, again, if all things happen, we might have to blur out LCS in this VOD at least.
Yeah. Central. No, not Central. Chicken onto the Cassidy. Getting dived by this Lucio Tracer duo, but he gets the bell and the beat.
Oh,
Kurt LeBert
but
needs that beat to
Ishtar
stay
is in
in.
a room.
Yeah.
He's just getting chased down by the D.Va and I believe the Tracer, as, yeah, he just isn't able to live that.
This was
And
some incredible
this fight goes
peel.
downhill.
Incredible peel for Chicken on the side of LeDucks. He got Bell, he got beat, he got the Kiri peel, he got the DM, and it works. You know, she's unable to execute the dive, and Chicken's able to put out all that damage and live through it.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a touch coming out here from C's, but so many ults from the side of LeDucks. If you're on the side of C's, you're just hoping that a little bit can be used. They get the instant kill onto LCS, punishing him for his crimes. Frothy Philly throwing in the Kiri ult, and Toasty throwing in a bomb that almost landed straight onto Fate, and it forces the C9!
Frothy Philly! Oh, what a crazy trade onto Wi-Fi. Yo, LCS is doing a great job of baiting himself with the other enemy teams so that LeDucks could get the kills that they need.
Yeah, LCS baiting the other team just like they're his oppressors.
doing
But
a really
Toasty
good
just
job.
C9ing with that D.Va bomb was a perfect play from him, and they did use a few ults there, so It's not looking too bad on the side of C's. They have this EMP. We've seen them go really fast with EMP before, but for now, Ishtar's in using bubble and jump already before any engage is happening. Hudson has to TP out, so this is going to be a very, very sloppy fight from them right now, as Hudson is just going back in with the EMP.
Really good EMP.
Central. The Casses are traded. Crow finds Frothy Philly. The mech is gone. Uber Eats just pummeling Toasty into the cart.
Gap gonna be able to clean up LCS in the end. Oh, they try to stagger. Fake doesn't get the message.
That's not Gap, dude.
Oh my god!
Gap's dead.
Oh my god! Ishtar able to get the clean up. Ishtar swapping.
Yeah, Ishtar instantly swapping when he sees the Reaper onto the D.Va. I like this a lot.
I like this.
Because you know that when he was playing Monkey, he wasn't finding any value when Chicken was just hard left clicking onto him.
Yeah.
And the D.Va here, now, they're on a little bit more of a slow comp, while LeDucks is on the faster comp now, and D.Va loves a long fight. So, Wi-Fi finding 2, instantly OTF.
Yeah.
Bomb coming out from Toasty, that was very ill-advised, but he does take out Curlibert, so I will type a worth in the chat. And Central finds Fate, so this actually might be worth. If Central doesn't die, yeah, Central finds Hudson. Okay, I mean, I did not see that one happening the way it did, but
C's are gonna have these ults to reach a test though. Yeah, they're gonna have to wait for Toasty. I said that Toasty's here. They're not waiting at all. Wi-Fi popping that high noon.
Wi-Fi isn't able to find anything. Trading beats here. Uber Eats the ult. Express delivery straight to your spawn room.
Toasty's,
actually not really,
Uber
but
Eats loses their mech, but Toasty's really low, but he's actually gonna be. They're gonna be able to stabilize. And the Ducks, this might just be what they need to win.
But Fate is back with the steel chair. Fate with the Curie ult. Uber Eats 93 to that ult.
Frothy may have had his own steel chair. He may have ulted right back. Toasty 2 pistol kills for the cleanup. And that's it. That's
all she wrote.
LeDucks Dynasty are your run it back champions.
Wow. I mean, what a dominant performance from LeDucks. These maps were pretty close, but at the same time, just LeDucks was on top the entire time. They always had the swap they needed to. They always had the play they needed to.
This whole tournament, winning 7 straight matches in a row to become your champions. Only dropping, I think, 2 maps over the course of the whole tournament. Really strong performance by them. Shout out to the LeDuck himself, Ducks, for drafting such a strong team. Really, just every member of this team really did what they needed to do. Really strong performances from all of them.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how this will affect LeDucks' legacy. Because, like, such a dominant performance in this tournament, this is League Zero history now.
Exactly.
You're in the history books. You might be the GOAT.
Yeah. You know what? I think me and Corey, we're going to go over to the Ducks VC. We're going to do a quick interview, see how they're feeling. You ready?
Gosh.
You have permission to go down, right?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, wait, ready? 1 sec, I'm not ready. Oh god. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. LeDucks, you guys are on stream.
Okay.
You guys are on stream. How do you feel? You guys are the League Zero Run It Back champions. How are you feeling?
Pretty good, you know.
I'd like to thank my parents, my uncles, my brother. You know, it's been a long way here.
I'm really happy.
Thankfully-
I'm really happy to beat Paracelsus. I don't like that guy at all.
Really, dude?
Is there beef? Beef?
Yeah.
Beef?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
beef.
fast.
Me and Paracelsus have
Serious
never-ending
beef,
beef.
I was told Crimson was shot in the streets.
I don't want
No!
You got a dynasty, boys.
You guys have beaten 3 tanks on the side of
Fucking dynasty.
Cease. You guys, every tank they had to throw at you, you guys just put them down.
Simply.
All of my
They
Reaper
got-
too, they all fell.
They got toasted by Toasty.
I did.
They got their BBLs inspected.
BBL inspector went Widowmaker and Reaper, and it was kind of over for them, it seems.
It's true.
They could have shut down.
Just couldn't handle the dynasty, bro. You got a squad.
You know, Corey, do you have any questions for the champions?
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask LeDucks, you know, with this win, cementing yourself in League Zero history, how does this affect your legacy?
It's just the beginning, you know?
I'm sorry, I was asking LeDucks.
No, Frothy said it exactly right. This is just the beginning.
That's what I like to hear. Now,
Three-peat.
The beginning of the
now going
Dynasty.
right off of that, how do you feel that this might have been the last League Zero tournament?
Woohoo!
Oh,
Okay. Goodbye.
Actually, I want to ask Chicken this. Chicken, you've been here since season 0. 6 seasons
true.
of you've been. Oh, you haven't?
1.
Oh, you've been here from season 1.
awkward.
You've been.
care anymore.
I actually, who fucking cares? You've been here since season 5 of League Zero. Central, you've been here for almost as long. You guys are League Zero champions. How do you feel?
Feels
Wait,
good,
look, I've been
man.
here since season 2.
It's my first.
We don't care,
first
dude.
time, bro.
We
We don't
don't
care.
Okay.
It's my first time.
Hey, their BBLs got inspected.
I've actually never won a playoff game in League Zero.
Oh wow.
Finally a champion.
Dang.
You know, you've gone
First
from
round
Charlie
exit every
Gang.
single time, bro.
How do you feel from going from Charlie Gang
Actually,
to
no,
the
we
Ducks
did win
Dynasty?
I think we won a playoff game on
I
Charlie.
went from Pepega Parrots, Meerkat Collapse, and now we're here.
Hey,
I mean, you won MVP, but
You-
now you
you're
won the
on
league
Flat Chat
itself.
Central, don't forget that.
That's true.
And overcharged.
Overcharged. Where's Stumper at on this one?
He was streaming the other day. I was watching.
Yeah.
No
I was
way.
taking
Stump?
notes.
Commish
No
Stump
way.
Josh is,
Coach Stump?
Yeah, Commish Stump Josh is on Twitch.
Holy. I'll be subscribing.
Well,
I was
this was great,
I was like
guys.
12 years old
My
my first
streamer.
season of League Zero.
I was watching
Yeah, I
your
was-
gameplay and it just brought a tear to my eye. It was so good.
It's come a long way, Jake.
So I was 12 and I'm 13.
Yeah.
Come
It's
a
been a
long
great year.
Yeah, we've had 5
Lots
seasons of
happened.
League Zero plus like 4 tournaments in 1 year. This is awesome.
Yeah, and you finally won after all that. At the very end of it.
Hey,
Toshi, is this your first League
round
Zero win?
exits, like back-to-back seasons when we're supposed to be the best team.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is Toasty's first win.
Central, is this your first win as well?
Yeah.
Freaking awesome, guys. Freaking awesome.
Welcome to the club, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
I won my first
Feels
League Zero
good.
tournament, guys.
Feels good.
Yeah, well, we might have to revoke your championship, LCS. We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to you
no.
later.
I take in losers and I make them winners.
Yeah, this guy,
You guys
he
are
molded
losers.
us into the players we are
You guys
today.
are
The
losers.
GM, bro. What the?
Yeah, it's been a really long ride.
The GM.
Why wasn't Ducks in for map 3?
don't know.
They said it was first and 4. We're gonna put him in map 4. Definitely, that's the plan.
I was expecting Ducks. I was a little disappointed.
I probably should have. I did play
Yeah.
one map though against Moths.
Oh, I wasn't there for that game, but that was my team.
I played DPS.
Nice.
Yeah. Ducks, how do you feel?
I'm very happy to have won this.
You know, you took a hiatus from overdubs, Overwatch, come back,
Yeah.
draft a winning team.
Got banned from BPL. Oh yeah, that.
We don't talk about that one.
Okay.
You know,
Let's do it out.
I'm glad you were able to win. I'm happy for you. I'm
Me
happy
too.
for all of you.
For sure. Thank you for hosting this.
And now, to I Toasty Toast,
Huh?
you have not won Finals MVP. I literally don't know why I said your name. I don't know why I said your name. I think I just read the first name I saw.
I Toasty Toast? You suck.
There's no way.
I asked all you guys just now, who do you want to pick for Finals MVP? And after someone's correct, it looks like someone's collecting them. Frothy Philly 7 is your Finals MVP, guys.
Congratulations. Not
Yeah.
Toasty.
You've won 2 leagues. You've won 2 leagues. You've gotten Finals MVP in both of them. How do you feel?
You know, I'd like to shout out Ducks for molding me into the player I am today. You know, making us win that tournament. There's a real sweater there.
You know, you've played in like 4 community tournaments. You've never gotten worse than second. 2 Finals MVPs. What's next?
I don't know, man. I'm just playing the game. I'm just having fun.
Playing to have fun. You're chilling. You're chilling.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well-
yo, when are you gonna play for Krabbin and Dabbin?
Good
I
question.
offered him a spot.
I had to play for the Weezer Wumpuses.
Sadly, his ego's
You
too
didn't
Oh, no,
even
you-
play.
you didn't
I
play.
played
You
every
were
game
very-
of the regular season.
No,
Typical
I was very
Luca.
disappointed.
Building
Chicken.
a super team
Why?
and not
Why
playing.
did you guys let me play in Capone in finals? I would have
No,
won.
that was a frozen decision.
I would have won.
I'll be honest. You suck.
No.
What I played
Retweet.
with
Ouch.
Would have paid in.
Well,
Yo, shout out Ducks. He's
thank
like the
you.
real go to this.
Thank you to LeDucks. Fantastic win. Thank you to Corey for casting the playoff matches with me.
Thank you, Corey.
I want to do a little final
Thank you,
message
Corey.
before we close out this tournament of League Zero. So, congratulations, guys. Really good job. I'll see you guys around.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. Drop your.
All right. It's just me now, guys. Just me to you. I really hope you guys had fun. Corey, no, get out of here. Corey,
Oh,
get out of
I'm
here.
not-
No. Sorry about that, guys. I hope you guys had fun. You know, I don't know how many of you are watching, but I've only been in League Zero for a little time, but I just thought one day, I can do this. You know, I can host a tournament. I'm the only one that can do this. Probably not the only one, but I have a lot of friends who play here. It meant a lot to them. I hope you guys were able to have a good time playing in this tourney. Maybe I'll bring it back one day. You know, I'm gonna be completely transparent. There's probably never gonna be, at least for me, or solely me being like the spearhead of it. I don't know. Maybe Nevin will get the motivation he needs, but we're probably not gonna do another season-long tournament. We might do. I really like the format that we did for this, where we have a draft. We have fun for a weekend. You know, the interest was pretty low, but when the draft came on, a lot of people came back. A lot of people wanted to get in during the draft. And, you know, it's really upon you guys. If you guys really want this to come back, let me know. I'm more than willing to do it again. I really hope you... I know this people have been here for like 6 years. And I'm really happy that you guys trusted me to keep this league going. Continue the legacy. It was a lot of fun. But that's it for League Zero Run It Back. Hopefully we'll be back. Maybe not. Hopefully yes. But I'll see you guys around. I hope you had a good tournament. Hope you had fun. Peace.